I want people to know what is one, possible through the power of small business in America.
Yes.
But two, when you have faith, when you have family, and when you give yourself permission to fly.
I want to share with you all of my lessons learned over the last years of business. Can we just talk about how rest is related to money? When you charge more, now you're able to treat your clients better because you're not overworking. You can make it happen. You can figure it out. I think we talk more about businesses overcharging and people not getting enough value. The opposite also exists.
Absolutely.
The $1 million is nice, but it's beyond that.
And if you just stay faithful over what is in front of you, it truly does not yet appear how good and how great it's going to be.
You want to make more money? You are in the right place. Welcome to the Hello 7 podcast. That's 7 as in 7 figures. I'm your host, Rachel Rogers. How much can you charge monthly for working with them?
The first couple people, I charge $99. And then after that, it's $150.
$99 a month?
Yeah, for the class.
$99 a month, that's it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Each person.
Okay. And how many people do you have in it now?
Right now, just 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But I could have more.
yes.
And I got, so after we did the pool party, my business partner Tamika put in the Sunday little email we send out a link for the new spot. Like I haven't even launched the new one that's coming in 2 weeks. And we put it.
I'm glad you haven't launched yet because we're going to raise that price.
Okay, I haven't launched it.
Yes.
Rachel, 10 women signed up over one email.
Yes.
What?
Well, because the thing is first of all, you're undercharging.
Yeah.
So they're taking advantage of the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like you can say, okay, that was the introductory price. That is over. Like, what would it look like for you to charge $1,000 a month for this program?
I could.
You could, right?
I could totally.
Yes. So can we do that?
We can do 1,000.
Because if you had 100 people in the program at $1,000 a month, that's your $100,000 a month right there. You know? And I think you can do it. I think the people that you have already love you, right? And you can decide, you know, do you feel like you need to add anything to value it that way, or just what it is alone will be?
I do think what it is, I have to make sure I'm consistent.
Right.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I say, I'm going to send this out. And my net gets sent to 2 days later.
Yes.
You know, I have to make sure that I'm consistent.
But you'll also be able to be, because you're not going to be tired and worn out.
Exactly. And I can...
This is exactly my point, right? When you charge more, now you're able to treat your clients better because you're not overworking, right? You're able to, now you've got extra. Can we just talk about how rest is related to money? Okay. And Black women cannot be out here working for free if we actually also want to be rested, right? Like both things are required. And so I think we have this thing where we want to help each other and we go like the nonprofit route all the time. And you can have a business that has impact. I think we have this idea that like making money and having a positive impact and helping people cannot happen at the same time. They absolutely can.
Absolutely. And it sucks to have women coming to you and crying in your face about how you've changed their life and you ain't got no money.
Yes.
Right? They're like in the airport and in at the meetups and stuff, like crying literally. You changed my life. You saved my life.
Wow.
And, you know, meanwhile, we're like, but our bank account says what we do is not valuable. So no, indeed, we charge money for the work that we do.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Correct. Because otherwise, right, who is in charge of making sure that that value is secured, right? Because otherwise it's like this you want to even exchange of value in business, right? Like I'm delivering a certain result and you're paying a certain amount of money. There's an exchange of value there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm delivering incredible results and I'm destitute and struggling, right? Like that's not an even exchange.
No, it's not.
You know, and I think we talk more about businesses overcharging and people not getting enough value. The opposite also exists.
Absolutely.
And I think I see it a lot with historically excluded businesses where there's a ton of value being given and transformation happening for people. And the money isn't there for the entrepreneur, for the business owner, which means that the business is not sustainable and you can't continue to do that mission-driven, impact-driven work. right?
That's right.
So like, that's why I prefer business as a tool to change the world over nonprofits, because in business, I can go make money, and the money that I'm making can be poured back into the business to keep expanding and keep growing the impact. And I also get to take care of myself and my family. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in this whole idea of starving artist or struggling activist. No. Okay. Like, forget all those tropes that society has given us. There's another way, and I think a more effective way to do it. Do you feel that in order to get this business to $1 million, you have to be on 10?
I do.
Okay, well, that's your problem.
Okay.
That's why you're stuck.
Okay.
Because why can't you get to $1 million on 4?
I don't know. I think
this is a limiting belief.
Okay.
Like, so you've created this story that in order to 3x my business, I'm going to have to work way harder.
Yeah.
And that's against my personal philosophy. And so you're having this internal battle about, do I build my business, or do I stay true to myself and not overwork myself and not be a bad example to the women that I'm saying, work less, rest. And now I'm not resting. So I think there is a story there, and I want you to shift that belief. That is nonsense. We have the story that in order to be rich, we can't be rested. And that's a lie. It's a lie that society has fed to us.
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? And so we have to like recognize that. How are we, basically becoming our own oppressor with these stories that we allow to keep playing in our heads.
Okay.
So I think shifting that thought is like step one, because the belief is always where it begins. And then the action comes from what you believe, right? And so you're like, well, what you're willing to do is it's almost like you don't need to overwork. You just need to do the right things. Right. So it's like strategic work rather than a bunch of busy work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That can increase the size of this. And I think it is important, right? Like getting this bigger, the $1 million is nice, but it's beyond that. Right. It's really being able to serve and help a lot more Black women who are suffering in corporate America, right?
Okay. Right.
ROI, the Millionaire Summit, is back for the 3rd time. It's happening in January 2025 for entrepreneurs that are looking to grow a 7-figure business and beyond. We'll have amazing speakers, incredible networking, lots of connection, community, and fun, and actionable steps that you can take to get a return on your investment in this amazing event. It's all happening January 15th through the 17th in Orange County, California, right outside of LA. So easy to fly to. And what's really special about this year is that we are including luxury accommodations with your ticket. That's right, you don't have to pay an extra fee for a hotel room. It's all included in your ticket. But these rooms will sell out and tickets are going fast. And the price goes up every week. So you will be rewarded for taking quick action. So make sure you go to hello7.co/ROI to get your ticket.
I want people to know what is, one, possible through the power of small business in America.
Yes.
But 2, when you have faith, when you have family, and when you give yourself permission to fly.
Yes.
Right? And so, yes, there are things that I am still deeply paying for, right? Like deeply paying for, and there are, when you take a risk, there are always going to be repercussions, right? Like every action, there's going to be a reaction.
I'm glad you said that, because taking a risk and betting on yourself doesn't automatically mean success is just all rosy.
No.
Right? Like there may be some challenges with it. There may be some bills that you're looking at on the back end of that. Like risk does not mean that it's all going to be easy from here.
Yeah.
It just means that you're betting on yourself, and you're probably going to have to keep betting on yourself repeatedly, right? Like that's just the first risk you are willing to take. And then you keep going, and there's a bigger risk that you have to say yes to, right? And a bigger bet that you have to make on yourself. Like this is what the journey actually looks like. Okay, we're here to share the truth and not the rosy fancy version. So like when you see us on a yacht in Greece living our best life, understand that we earned that. Okay. There was a lot of risk taking. There's a lot of bet making. There's a lot of continuing to believe in ourselves. There's a lot of, oh, that's how much that costs?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how I'm going to come up with that. But you know what? Let me roll up my sleeves. There's no choice. Like, let's just get to work, because you know what we're not doing? We're not giving up.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the thing. I want people to understand. This is why I wrote my books. This is why I do all the things I do, so that you understand that money is not stopping you from doing anything. Money is very gettable. Okay. So if you have a project that you want to do and you're like, oh, it's going to be $10,000 to make that happen, you can go find $10,000. You can use your creativity, your natural talent, your skills to create $10,000 if you want to. If you need $100,000, you can go make that happen too, right? It may take a little bit longer, like the timeline might change, but money is not actually stopping you. You are stopping you because you believe that money, if you don't have it already, or if you don't have a clear path to get it today, that it's not going to happen. No, you can make it happen. You can figure it out. Okay. And there's a little book called We Should All Be Millionaires that'll help you figure out how to do it. Okay. But money is not stopping you. So, and that's what you said. You were like, listen, this money, I don't know how I'm coming up with it, but I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to figure it out.
That part. Because I'm getting emotional right now.
Yes.
I have bills.
Yes.
And I have faith. And if you just stay faithful over what is in front of you, it truly does not yet appear how good and how great it's going to be. Just keep going.
That's right. Keep going.
I felt that thing.
Keep going.
Listen.
Wow. Hey, do you enjoy money? I do. If you want to make more money, then you need to join We Should All Be Millionaires, the club. Go to hello7.co/club to see everything you get once you become a member. hello7.co/club. In the club, we teach you how to maximize your earning potential, how to make better financial and business decisions, how to set up systems so that you're building wealth over time. We keep you focused on your financial and business goals, and we do fun activities throughout the year to keep you motivated. During our last money-making challenge, our club members earned a grand total of $3,519,262.66. Okay? $3.5 million as a community. That's a lot of money, y'all. If you want to get in on this, go to hello7.co/club and become a member.